the situation is serious and people spoke and addressed seriously. There's also, at some of the discussion, you could see differences of opinion among EU members, for example, on this question of whether there should be a EU enlargement path, that already this is what North Macedonia and Albania want, or there should be some kind of new thing called a political community. And even you could see some clear differences there, and it's good that...
What was the opinion of the majority?
Well, for me, from what I heard, you heard very clear support from the German special envoy for the Balkans, from the Austrian special envoy for the Balkans, and from some others who said there has to be real EU enlargement perspective, that there's no substitute for EU enlargement perspective.
But according to the news coming from Sofia, they are not encouraging. It's a turmoil, political turmoil there. We're not sure whether the government will survive and whether the parliament will have time or opportunity to have a look of the French plan or to vote on it.
Well, my opinion is, first, it never should have come to this. So this is a Bulgarian violation of their obligations as an EU member. It's complete exploitation. It's additionally unfair because North Macedonia and Greece, not just North Macedonia, but North Macedonia and Greece together as partners, entered into a true compromise called the Prespa Agreement. And so this country has done and taken the steps that, as did Greece, so it was not just, I want to emphasize that, Greece also made huge concessions. And in fact, those concessions are part of the reason why Bulgaria is doing this, because Greece acknowledged Macedonian nationality and Macedonian language, and they didn't like that. So it's exploitative, and on top of this, what's new is this situation has potential to help Vladimir Putin and Russia in this region.
We don't know what is going to happen in a week time during the EU summit, but if the veto stays, will North Macedonia and the region become even more fragile and even more open for influences from Kremlin?
The answer is inevitably yes, and it has to be yes. The answer, and I don't think anybody can argue that it's not yes. Why? Because that's exactly the objective of Vladimir Putin. And people are always asking me, will there be new war and things like this? And my answer is there doesn't have to be a new war for Vladimir Putin to win. So he doesn't need, there can be, and we should be concerned, and we shouldn't ever rule out in Bosnia, for example, that there could be some violence and things, and you know those things can escalate. But really, Vladimir Putin can win without any war at all. This type of uncertainty, it is a victory for Vladimir Putin. It shows he can demonstrate this. Look, EU and US, they don't deliver on what they promise. This is a foolish thing. They can't even stabilize this region. And so he doesn't, and plus, one other thing, he has allies in this region. So he has in Bulgaria, he has President Radев. In Serbia, he has President Vučić. So he has two big allies in this region.
The EU was dragging its legs with decades, and obviously it's still dragging its legs. One of the sentences of your recent interview was, now again, US has to finish the job in the Balkans. What you mean by this sentence, and what could be the next step by Washington?
Well, Europe has to finish the job in the end. It cannot be done by Americans in the end, because this is European continent and U.S. is U.S. So, but resolving some of these key critical points where EU is blocked require assistance from the United States. So we need to be very present on some of these
Are
issues.
there any steps? Any steps visible pressure towards Sofia, towards President Radев, towards those forces who are against, obviously, EU enlargement?
We have to explore and identify those steps. That's what we need to do. And the U.S. Needs to be looking at that urgently with this EU Council meeting that is coming up. We have to really look closely and see what possibilities there are.
The weather says that this is the end of the interview. Thank you very much for this, for your time.
That was a dramatic
end of this conversation.
That's it.
Thank you very much.
But we have to, I have to say this. Just keep rolling. You keep rolling?
Yes.
This is very appropriate because I remember the fantastic Macedonian movie Before the Rain.
Oh, yes.
So
yes, this is an interview before the rain.
Yes, but you know that rain was a metaphor in that, hoće li biti kiša? So
For the changes, let's say.
Yeah, but some negative changes. So we have to hope that we get that sunčano.
Sun rays
Yes.
will come faster than the rain.
That's
Okay.
right.
All the best, Mr.
It was a pleasure.
Џозеф.
Thank you so much.